members of the USA Basketball Men's Senior National Team. The athletic trainer is Keith Jones. The assistant coach is Jim Boeheim. Coaching today is Mike D'Antoni. Not playing due to injury, John Marion. Number 4, J.J. Redick. Number 5, Kirk Heinrich. Number 7, Darren Williams. Number 8, Kevin Durant. Number 10, Kobe Bryant.
Oh, 28 years old and they said.
Number 12, Amari Stoudemire. Number 14, Tyson Chandler. And number 15, Carmelo Anthony. Now, let's meet the other members of the USA Men's Senior National Team. The athletic trainer is Casey Smith. The head coach of USA Basketball Men's Senior National Team, Mr. Mike Krzyzewski. Coaching today will be Nate McMillan. Not playing due to injury, Chris Paul. Number 4, Chauncey Phillips. Number 5, Jason Kidd. Number 6, LeBron James. Number 8, Shane Battier. Number 9, Tayshaun Prince. Number 10, Michael Redd. Number 11, Chris Bosh. Number 12, Dwight Howard. Number 13, Mike Miller. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the members of the USA Basketball Men's Senior National Team
we have with us in Las Vegas. So stay with us. We'll come right back. This is Dreamland. You're into hoops. You love it like we do. It is going to be some kind of show today at Thomas & Mack. Stick around. Starting lineups are coming up next. The 2007 State Farm USA Basketball Challenge is brought to you by State Farm. Great service, great rates. It's all here. Nobody takes care of you like State Farm. By Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Gatorade, is it in you? And by GM, official ride of USA Basketball. We've got 8 on one side, 9 on the other. As you saw, as they introduced all 20 players, 17 available, including that young man. And he was not there, as I mentioned at the top of the telecast last year, because of knee surgery during the offseason. But boy, is he looking forward to Beijing in 2008. LeBron James coming off his first NBA Finals appearance. Has he ever grown physically, mentally? You can see, especially from a physical standpoint there. Kobe Bryant leading the way for USA Blue. Going to backcourt, Darren Williams, Kirk Heinrich, 2 of the best young guards in the NBA. And down to the baseline, Carmelo Anthony in the swing. And Amari Stoudemire in the middle from the Phoenix Suns. A little run and gun. Mike D'Antoni is coaching that side. They may want to push it.
Well, all of these players will be happy to see D'Antoni over there, because you know what he's saying? A shot every 3-4 seconds, I'll be happy with that.
Right, first good look, take it. Starting lineup brought to you by State Farm. For the white side, LeBron James. Flanked by Chris Bosh and Dwight Howard. Muscle down low there. And Jason Kidd, who's always made everybody around him look exceptional, with Mike Miller. And Mike Miller, the last guy to lead practice yesterday, one of the best ropes. A guy that has really grown over the last 3-4 years. And Nate McMillan's going to be coaching that side. But Mike Miller, boy, There's a stroke they can use.
Well, you know, we've always talked about the USA teams lacking perimeter shooters. Well, these guys that they have in this particular process, they have plenty of guys that can make shots from the outside. Where they've had their greatest difficulty is whenever the opponent has thrown a zone at them. They haven't shot the ball well, nor have they read it well. They are practicing against the zone every time they get together, so they'll be more comfortable with it. This is a very competitive group. I think the one thing that we'll see is the competitive nature of these players come out. This isn't just a practice. This is a practice about who's better than who and how I lift you up in practice as we get ready for this tournament.
Dwight Howard jumping along with Amari Stoudemire. It's controlled by the White, but you bring up a
Jason
valid
Kidd,
point.
one of
There's
the favorite
motivation,
point guards.
the drive factor that you
Mine.
just alluded to. Jason Kidd, Mike Miller trying to board inside. And save, no, it's out of bounds. Our three officials, Tommy Nunez from the NBA, a couple of college officials, but all three of these officials are sanctioned by FIBA. So they'll also be here next month in August. Tommy Nunez, familiar face, his dad, longtime NBA official, working along with Terry Moore and J.D. Collins.
Right, but they will also get adjusted to international officiating, which is totally different than what they see during the regular season in the NBA. So, you know, all of the time that the USA has put very good, outstanding all-star teams together, like the Say Dream teams, they haven't had all of the components to practice together all of the time. They haven't had enough time sometimes to adjust to the officiating.
Going to reset the shot clock because they had put it all the way back at 24, but 12 remaining for the White. Almost a takeaway. We watched the scrimmage yesterday, but this is the big one, the full practice and scrimmage as it's an air ball from LeBron inside, offhand. Bosch can't get the finish. And on the run, Kirk Heinrich. The lob down low, and an early dunk for Amari Stoudemire. As I mentioned, Dreamland, all-stars out there, guys that have won NBA rings. But there's only one out there with a gold medal, Mike Miller. I pump him up, he's a little flat. And Chris Bosh cleans it up underneath. Court not as long in FIBA competition. Kobe, early offense for the Blue.
You know, I'm still trying to understand where those 2 feet went because it's 94 by 50 in the NCAA and the NBA. And it's 91 by 49 and some change in international play.
Howard muscling his way home. And they're going to say it was a walk before he was fouled in the act of shooting. And the lob for the previous possession.
Well, you know, the one thing that they want to do is play quickly, and when they can get Amari Stoudemire in transition, good things happen for him and Kirk Heinrich, and they'll be looking to make those kind of connections when the tournament actually gets underway in about 2 weeks. Carmelo Anthony with a good look. They came out a little bit late. And the Blue early and hot at 6-2. A little give and go action after he set the pick. Good one, LeBron James. And he lost the handle on the way up. Well, the presence of Amari Stoudemire had something to do with that. Heinrich, long deuce. And across it goes to Chris Bosh. Fast and furious, Kobe popped it away from LeBron James. Another turnover. Well, LeBron has had a rough start. An air ball on a jump shot, a layup, and now he turns it over. But again, this tells us about just how competitive these guys are. Kobe with the miss. And Kobe in a Laker town. Las Vegas, a long time a Laker town. You moved LA over to Vegas? It's part of the territory, partner. Mike Miller draws the contact and the foul from Kirk Heinrich. That's like you annexed Hawaii as well. Part of the Laker territory, right? It's been a quiet summer for Kobe, hasn't it? Kobe looking forward because he was not available last summer for the championships in Japan. So it's all about Team USA for him now. And he's lighter by almost 20 pounds in camp. Already? Well, he'll put some back on maybe before October. Mike Miller, 0 for 2 inside position. And Dwight Howard elevates just a little for the dunk. Well, I think the thing that Dwight Howard gives them is a power player inside. The guy that can rebound the ball, that can block shots, and that can dunk shots. And you have to put a body on him. If you don't, the results are pretty easy for Dwight Howard. The solid work before the shot ever went up for Dwight Howard. 4th year out of Southwest Atlanta Christian Academy. His sophomore season in high school, they won a state title with the Lakers' first-round pick, Javaris Crittenton, and they were running the triangle at the time in high school. He gets the three-point play.
Kobe.
I think this is going to be dominated by Laker Bucks.
Kobe Bryant off the glass, picked up by
Kobe
Jason
wanted the
Kidd.
foul, son.
The Kid must love this.
Nice
For
pass.
LeBron James. One of the great guards in NBA history, Jason Kidd. Only a couple of guys have more triple-doubles than him. Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson. Fast company.
Well, it's very fast company, and what he is coming off his best season in since 2001 and 2 when they went to the championship round, and Kidd was the talk of the NBA guard play, and it's been taken over by Steve Nash. But what he does is find the open man, an easy play for him to make.
He has always made his teammates look better. One of the great assist men in NBA history. And a lot of guys can thank him for some very healthy contracts.
Well, they can. One thing that he's done for this USA team is amp up the energy and the attitude in practice. They play real hard. They're very competitive, and Jason Kidd is one of the main reasons.
And when you talk to these players, they all agree, I've never played with a guy like Jason Kidd. The court vision, the awareness, long before the pass ever gets there. It'll be plucked out of the air by Bosch. Well, an observation for Mike Krzyzewski. And we talked about it. Finding the right combinations, rotations, chemistry. Bosch. Will he get it? He does. Spectacular play. Fouled by Kobe. Chris Bosch stayed with him.
Well, they're trying to have the no layup rule here, but Bosch used some of that long length that he has to stay in the air and make this play happen. And again, you talk about how good USA basketball is going to be for years to come when you look at how young Bosch is, Darren Williams, Amari Stoudemire. You can go down the line. This is a very young group, and so they'll have them available for many years to come. Chris Paul isn't playing. Wade is not playing.
Chris Bosch is 23. Darren Williams is 23. Kirk Hinrich just turned 26. Carmelo turns 23. Second to last day of December. You're right. And it's going to be a double dribble. He actually calmed the basketball because he wanted to use Kobe as a decoy a little bit too much. So Darren Williams gives it back to Jason Kidd and the White squad. 9-6 wide early.
But you watch ball pressure, and you see how they're very active and competitive and trying to get the ball from moving from spot to spot. An easy miss for Bosch that time inside.
And again, Jason Kidd should have had another assist. What a lead by Jason Kidd. Would he be fun to watch on a regular basis? And I'm not talking about the league pass. It stays out for Carmelo Anthony.
You had your chance.
You're right. LeBron slams it home. Just find him on the run. So he lost it on the first try around the rim. Not that time. Amari with the left hand. Darren Williams with a nifty inside look to him.
And I think one of the things that they're trying to do when they carry it forward into the tournament is to play quicker. Not allow the opponent to get a chance to dig in defensively. They've got enough people that can pass it, that can cut, that can shoot it, to where they should have easy scoring opportunities for everybody that plays.
LeBron James starting to heat it up. Bosch denies Anthony. It's right now a 12-2 run for the white team. Leaves it off for James on the fall away. Kidd wanted another assist.
James wanted that one, but his body was going too far to the right. He couldn't control himself.
Quick first step. Carmelo Anthony on the finish. Good for Mike Miller on a play like that.
Mike Miller said, come back down here and guard me. Okay, no, I can't guard you inside, but come out here. And they just happen to be matched up, so we'll find out whether Mike Miller gets a chance to get even.
LeBron, step back. Tyson Chandler in the game now. So LeBron James continues that role for the white team.
Well, this summer has also given LeBron James a chance to work on his perimeter game. You know, it failed him in the finals, but he looks like he's been working on it, and his shot's a lot better, a lot smoother right now.
The no look. James wanted to go back that way. He'll stay with the three, though, and won't get the roll as Chandler clears it out. One of the leading rebounders in the league last year, Tyson Chandler.
Throw it up. Oh, he got a kid.
On the run, Kobe.
Nice pass.
And Stoudemire thought he was going to go up. Instead, he'll take the two-hander. So they are definitely sharing the basketball.
Well, I mean, I think that they all understand that. And this is not a team of selfish players. They all want to see each other excel. They look like they want a timeout because they've been going pretty quick. They're all standing now.
And Nate McMillan signaled for the timeout. Didn't get it. Chris Bosh, he's got some range. Can he fill it up from 3? Following a little long. And Jason Kidd saw that all the way by the back. LeBron James. How much fun is it to watch Jason Kidd on the floor with LeBron James? James 5 of 9 with 11 already. And I think they need a timeout.
Well, and the fact that Amari Stoudemire thought he was going to be able to get that ball away from Jason Kidd, but this is a previous exchange between Jason Kidd and LeBron James with authority. And whenever he gets this kind of lane, bad things are going to happen to the opposition. LeBron is having a lot of fun this afternoon.
It may be the middle of summer, but it's on fire right now indoors in Las Vegas.
It's about the time right about
White
now.
and LeBron James on top by a half dozen.
The same date, 20 years ago almost.
6-point lead early.
19
Jason
years.
Kidd, LeBron James collaborating for some sensational plays. But in response to stories that the FBI is investigating an NBA referee who allegedly bet on games, NBA Commissioner David Stern issued the following statement. And this is quoting now David Stern. As previously stated, we've been cooperating with the FBI in their investigation of allegations that a single NBA referee bet on NBA games that he officiated. As part of that cooperation, we were asked by the government not to comment about the investigation, but in light of the widespread press coverage and the naming of the referee, Tim Donaghy, the NBA considers it appropriate to make a fuller statement. And I'd like to assure our fans that no amount of effort, time, or personnel is being spared to assist in this investigation to bring justice to an individual who has betrayed the most sacred trust in professional sports and to take the necessary steps to protect against this ever happening again. We'll have more to say at the press conference. It's going to be scheduled for next week, and quoting NBA Commissioner David Stern. And as he said, a total betrayal of trust. Now, Darren Williams in the backcourt. Little zone action? No, not yet, but Team USA is going to see zone. Battier all over Kobe. Kobe gets it anyway.
Well, that's when Kobe's most dangerous, is when you're all over him. And, you know, Kobe brings an element to USA basketball where there's one guy who can get a shot against anybody in any situation. It's Kobe, red with a miss.
Yeah, he just checked into the game, stayed away from the Bosh pick, that slingshot action. Anthony goes right by Chauncey Billups, who didn't have a prayer.
Now, in past international competitions, when the USA has been attacking the basket like this, what the opponent does is go into a zone.
Right.
That is then when the USA begins to struggle at the offensive end. They got plenty of shooters. Michael Redd is one of those, and he's off on his first 2 tries.
Yeah, real strong after his short of the first one. Well, we saw Michael Redd go for 53, goes for 57. So everybody knows in the league how much he can fill it up, and a shooter just keeps going.
We know he's got no conscience. If he's out there, he's going to let it go, and eventually he's going to start making shots.
Amari Stoudemire always had good range right there with the face-up game at the high post.
Well, he's worked on that, and his shot is getting better and better. It's looking like he knows what he's doing. Kobe
Behind his back. That would have brought the house down.
Using
the odds you could hear in the background. Chauncey Billups in the pull-up game. And a 31-year-old just rewarded by the Detroit Pistons with a new extension. Kobe. First step by Battier. Foul on the floor, wouldn't have counted anyway.
And I've always felt that in international competition, the quicker the U.S. plays, the easier the game is for them. If you slow the game down, then you allow the opponent to get in the game, make you do things that you don't want to do, perhaps show some of your flaws. And that's what happened in the last 2 competitions. J.J. Redick slips in the game.
J.J. Redick, a shooter out of Duke, and a guy that we watched yesterday in practice. He can fill it up. Kobe.
J.J. said, you know, I'm a long shot for this, making this team and playing in the tournament, but I'm here to build my resume, to get used to playing with players like this.
Kobe filling it up at that time. Kevin Durant on the 2-hander. Kobe looked one way, Durant the other. Well, in your estimation, did the zones in international play over the last couple of years hurt the U.S. more than anything else?
Well, they did. They definitely did, because they weren't prepared to take the shot when it was there. They weren't prepared to attack it and stay on the aggressive move at the offensive end. The game slowed down. The USA team slowed down. They struggled, and particularly in Greece, whenever they got in trouble, it was because the opponent played zone.
We remind you, in FIBA competition, only 10 minutes, not 12 minutes per quarter. So a 10-minute period to start the game. foul on his way to the basket. A couple of free throws coming up for Tayshaun Prince, with a nice no look by Kobe.
Well, Kobe Bryant has everybody here in Las Vegas oohing and awing, not only with his offensive ability, but his ability to find people in the open court. Kevin Durant, who they tricked on the introduction, they sent him out here. Everybody waited. They let the rookie take it right on the chin right from the beginning.
Yeah, good sheepish grin at the outset from Kevin Durant. He was burned. The veterans got him. In comparison, J.J. Redick is a vet, with Kevin Durant only 1 year in college anyway out of Texas. Tayshaun Prince, L.A. kid out of Dominguez High School in Compton. Same high school as Tyson Chandler. And what a presence he has grown into for the Detroit Pistons at both ends of the floor.
Well, you know, he's just solid. His versatility makes him so valuable to the Pistons, and will do the same thing for Team USA because he can guard, he can pass, he can rebound. There's nothing that he doesn't do well on the basketball court.
Tyson Chandler fouled. He's on his way to the basket. Dwight Howard with the foul. It's always an adventure when Tyson goes to the free throw line. Last year, career best across the board with 10 points, 12 boards, couple of blocks per game. Kirk Hinrich back into the contest for Team USA blue side. And Darren Williams, I like that pull-up, that mid-range game. He just took that 12-14 footer on the run.
But Tyson Chandler's first season with the Hornets last year was a coming-out party for him. I mean, you know, in past, he's just been a limited player who rebounded the ball. If he was inside, he would dunk the basketball. But he's trying to improve his post game. He's trying to improve his jump shot. So all of those things came together for him with the New Orleans Hornets, and they're hoping that they will continue to blossom when next season rolls around.
While we talk about players down in the post, Amar'e Stoudemire, he wasn't available last year. Tyson Chandler here, Amar'e Stoudemire. Let's not forget about Tim Duncan and his availability once again for Beijing. Red, out of his hands, you could see wasn't going to be close. Out of bounds, his second air ball on his fourth attempt. He does have a three in the corner. The corner is a short three. In the three-point line in FIBA play, international play, 20 feet and 6.1 inches. So it's more than 3 feet shorter than the NBA. It's about 3 feet 3 inches short.
You know, and in Athens, the NBA players were complaining that the line was too close.
Kobe on the reverse, and he's wearing number 10. He had number 27 on yesterday, and I said to you, well, more jerseys to move.
But they have, you know, there are certain numbers that are good in international competition. So, you know, they go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 15.
Right. 24 doesn't work.
Yeah, you know, none of those numbers. If you had a different number than that, as we take a look at Kobe Bryant working down on the baseline and his uniqueness as an offensive force.
Hinrich set up by Kobe. Good look in the corner. And Michael Red will come away with it. Combinations, chemistry. That's what they're really evaluating right now as well.
Well, it is, but I mean, they put the game, they put these teams together with different combinations from the get-go as Battier scores to see how they would work and how they would adjust. And so you see, it's not by position. Kobe is normally a guard, and they have 3 guards out there then with J.J. Redick and Kirk Hinrich.
Kirk Hinrich nipped down the middle. The shot was impacted, and that'll do it for a totally entertaining first 10 minutes of play. Did they get up and down the floor? So Jason Kidd and LeBron James sparked it early for the white side. They've got a 3-point lead over the blue side. It's close though. It's 26-23. Around a conversation Jerry Colangelo, the managing director for USA Basketball, the senior national team, had with the squad on Thursday night when they all got together. Told the guys to check their egos at the door. And he also reminded the team that while a few in that room had won NBA titles, most have been on all-star teams, only one of them won a gold medal, Jason Kidd. And Jason Kidd, he chimed in as well. Jason's 28-0 in Team USA play. He said to his teammates as soon as Jerry Colangelo mentioned that, don't mess with that 28-0 record either. I want to stay undefeated.
I like Jay Kidd.
Well, I mean, he brings that kind of attitude that the original Dream Team had, where they come out and they want to beat the opponent as badly as they possibly can. And I think the concept that Colangelo has come up with allows players to check their ego because they're not out of the process. They may not play in the tournament here. They may play later on in another international competition. So it's constantly evolving, and you will see the team adjust. If they need a shooter, they can come back and get a shooter, whereas before the team was what it was.
But I was here like you were in Barcelona, and I did it on NBC Radio. The original Dream Team won by an average of 44 points a game. Here they go. Zone, and we talked about it to start the second quarter.
And we'll see how the blue team adjusts to the zone and how they pass the ball, where they move the ball, where they look to get their scoring opportunity. 6 on the clock. Got to go.
Durant, able to Anthony. Can he get it off in time, though?
And that is
There's
the
the
thing
issue.
that the international teams do. USA comes down, they're blitzing us with great passing, great individual efforts. Suddenly they go into a zone, they overpass, they're shooting against the clock, they get no score. Blues in the zone.
And the shot clock had not been a factor in this game until they went to a zone. Chauncey Billups burned. He had a good look, and it just wouldn't stay down. So we'll go to the blue side.
Now, sometimes when they go into a zone, players are guilty of not taking the
Kurt
shot
Howard
when
was a
it's there.
decent PG,
Phillips did.
man.
He just
He
didn't
ain't
make the
get-
shot, but you can't
he was
pass
underrated.
up scoring opportunities against the zone.
Look at JJ.
And JJ
Okay.
off the dribble, showing great form.
Coach JJ
Blue
now.
Devil JJ Redick in his second season coming up next year. 42 games last year. Left Duke is their all-time leading scorer. It's deep 2, 1-point game. Inside of 10 on the shot clock against the zone. Tayshaun Prince, and knocked out of bounds with 5 left on the shot clock, so we can see how
Curry
deliberate it
changed
has
the
become
lead.
against his own defense.
The zone should not change their offensive
Taking
energy
regular
that
jump
much. They
shots
should have
and
a better
shit.
idea
Mid-range
who's out on the
shots.
floor, who can get a shot from where out on the floor, and how to get that ball to that person. You know, Michael Redd is an interesting player in that he is a Gatling gun. He played 4 minutes, he got 4 shots. I'm taking him out now. But he is.
Yes.
Yes. 3. You give him 3.
Yeah, we gave him 2. Yeah. We want to look back at the video. So we are going to the truck right now. We're going to look back on that last shot for J.J. Redick as the official comes over. That's one thing they can do in international basketball to make sure
You
they
can never rely on you.
So they are looking
Let him
for it
look at
as
the
we
screen.
speak. We have extra monitors for our official over at the table.
You can't rely on you.
It looked like you gave him a 3.
I gave him a 3.
Okay, they gave him a 2 on the board. 26-25. We are going back. Well, the blue does not have a 3 yet. Over 3. Is this going to be their first? And anything better than that? Here's the other look. On the line, outside the line, foot on the line. To deuce. That's what I saw.
Oh, that's what you
I
saw.
love it for you, Sam. I've known this man way too long. Going back to his Spirits of St. Louis days.
Oh, my
And those were good days. So J.J. Redick, given the 2. 5 left on the shot clock.
Well, they did get the call right, Mike Miller.
And Mike Miller, the guy who stayed long after practice yesterday. He knocks down the 3. And that was well beyond the arc.
Well, Mike Miller told me, you know, we got our season done early, so I had a lot of time to work on my shooting. So his stroke is pretty true. Redick would have missed that time.
That was a nice flyby as it's out of bounds. Hit the bottom of the basket. A nice close by Mike Miller just to distract J.J. Redick.
You know, last year when they were playing, the guy that was providing most of the perimeter shooting was Carmelo Anthony. And they have a lot of guys on this team this year that can make shots from the outside. Amari.
On a pogo stick, Amari lost it on his way back up. Plenty of time on the shot clock. So it was a reset. Out of bounds last touch, it looked like. And they're going to say it was touched by Carmelo Anthony. Out of bounds on the turnover, it goes back to the white side. Now the FIBA Championships, Ryder, Thomas, and Max start August 22nd. And in Group A, or Group B rather, the USA's. There's the takeaway. Kevin Durant going the other way. Brazil, Canada, U.S. Virgin Islands, Venezuela, and the U.S. in Group B. Too long for Kevin Durant. A young man who we saw make a sensational pass. I mean, a very good look inside, known for his shooting. Tayshaun Prince. He's really increased his range over the last couple of years. So the White by 7 at 32-25.
Flop.
Carmelo Anthony too strong. Picked up by Chauncey Billups. And that's the way you make sure they don't settle into the zone. Mike Miller, third most three-pointers in the NBA last year. A deep three. And he'll go to the line shooting three. Kirk Hinrich says, I can't believe it. He got the foul. Miller's got the shots at the line.
Well, Mike Miller is shooting NBA three-pointers. He could move in a step or two and still be able to get the three-point shot away. Two of them are very deep right there. He's got a little bit more space to get closer to the line, make the shot a little bit easier for himself. But he's definitely a perimeter threat to any team that throws up a zone against USA basketball team.
So many threes last year with Darren Williams coming back into the game, taking over for Kirk Hinrich. Kansas guy. Illinois comes back in for him. Kobe checking back into the game as Kevin Durant will sit down.
This is good exposure for Kevin Durant. I mean, to get to play against the NBA's best, and he has yet to play his first regular season game. This will tell him just how much work he is ahead of him. And, he's a very humble, hard-working guy, so he's just happy to be here. He said, look, I root my teammates on. I'm just happy to be involved in the experience.
I asked B.J. Carlissimo yesterday. We were at the practice. Sam Presti, they were together as the general manager of the Seattle Supersonics. Tell me something about Kevin Durant. Right away, both said, incredible kid. Wants to work. Just a great attitude.
Well, he wants
puts
to be
the extra
great.
time in.
He wants to be great, and that goes along with the work ethic. Miller misses 2 free throws. 2 out of the 3 for a pure shooter. Nice pass. Yeah, a little slip inside, and Dwight Howard wasn't ready for it. And that's getting used to each other. The combinations of the rotations. Kobe on a stutter step. Had it knocked away and picked up by Shane Battier. Numbers favor the white side. Miller on the run. He'll get it. He's got it. And two-handed by Mike Miller. So he shows the inside game as well as the outside game in transition. That also proves to you don't have to be the swiftest guy to get to the other end of the floor to get that layup.
Hustle, just a little. There's a zone. You can break it down. Anthony, you can do the smack from here. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. But that was good ball movement to break down the zone.
In any offensive set, the quicker you move the ball, the easier it is to score. And they were attacking Dwight Howard and Shane Battier inside. Battier comes out, Prince comes out, Kidd's in, back with LeBron James.
But back with the catalyst to put the White up on top to begin with, Jason Kidd. So now you've got 2 lead guards on the floor. Let's see how they work together. Jay Kidd and Chauncey Billups. As James, as you mentioned, comes in as well.
Oh, I can guarantee you, Chauncey Billups can shift to the shooting guard very easily. Go ahead, Jay. Bring it up. I'll shoot it. You don't have to do that work.
Chauncey in his 11th year out of Colorado as Carmelo Anthony gets the first of 2. And a guy that started his career back with the Celtics in '97, on to Toronto during his rookie season, then to his hometown of Denver before going to Minnesota. Now he's finished his 5th year with the Pistons. So well-traveled early, I guess you'd say a late bloomer and an all-star.
Well, definitely a late bloomer. I mean, you throw in MVP in the finals as well. But he had to find a team that played the style that suited him, and they have found it out inside.
How about the pass by Jason Kidd once again?
So now who's going to pass the ball? There's no problem.
He's sharing. It was a 9-0 run before the free throws. Still a 10-point lead. I'm talking about the white side. Stays out for Anthony. Kobe kept it alive. Did he ever get up there? James peels away with Kidd. Don't leave the shooter. Mike Miller can't make a pay though. It's over to Kobe on the deflection. So this pace works for Team USA. Either white or blue. Half court, another story against the zone. Redick came up short.
All the shots that the shooters have been getting, Redick, Miller, those are shots that they're going to be able to make. LeBron James trying to get away, gets fouled.
On the run out by Anthony. The pass by Jason Kidd.
If you continue to move, Jason Kidd will always find you with the pass. And that's also going to make this team better. So you have a guy that's willing to pass the ball. That means you're going to get better ball movement, better player movement, easier score.
Inside to Dwight Howard again on cue, Jason Kidd. And Jason Kidd now has a half dozen assists.
And Amari cannot gamble inside. He's trying to get around the bigger, stronger Dwight Howard, and Kidd is making him pay.
Kobe floating onto the baseline instead. Yes, he pays off. On the bank on his way down. Almost hit the floor before he released it. Kidd wanted to go inside. First shot of the game, will it be? No. Plenty of time on the shot clock for Jason Kidd. Against the 2-3 matchup.
And the bad thing about that exchange was Chauncey Billups had that shot to begin with. He turned it down, then Jason turned down his shot.
Deron Williams attacks, goes to the line looking for the three-point play. They came out. We're looking at one of the great Hall of Fame point guards in league history, Jason Kidd, but two guys that are headed in that direction, and Deron Williams and Chris Paul, same draft back-to-back.
You know, the explosion of Deron Williams a year ago, it just tells you how quickly these players can come together. And again, when you read off the ages, Chris Paul was not available. Deron Williams, who's available? These are all very young players that are going to be great for a number of years to come. So USA basketball should be in great shape.
Deron Williams, second in the league in assists last year. He averaged 9 a game to go along with 16 points. His shots got much better. His range has increased. Stayed out that time. 8-point lead for the Whiteside. James didn't get the layup. Goes to the line to shoot 2. We are about at 80% capacity at Thomas & Mack for a scrimmage. We are headed to a timeout. Well, it is going to be just an incredible ticket come August for the FIBA Americas.
What we have found is that these guys want to play and they want to play well. They're willing to share the basketball. They're always looking for the cutter, and they have found it. And they have found the bottom of the hoop.
It's an 8-point lead for USA White, led by Carmelo Anthony and Jason Kidd. Over USA Blue, Kobe Bryant, and some other All-Stars. Well, beginning August 22nd, tune into NBA TV for complete coverage of FIBA America's Championships. Talked about those throughout the course of this telecast, and NBA TV is going to bring you the entire 40-game schedule. As USA Basketball competes for berth at next year's Beijing Olympics against teams from Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, just to name a few. So log on to USABasketball.com for complete info and the schedule. And as I mentioned, the USA is in Group B. Now, one team from each group automatically qualifies. You win your group, you're in the Beijing Summer Games. If you don't win your group, then all of a sudden you're qualifying once again about 8 weeks before Beijing.
Well, I have never felt that the USA team has been in jeopardy of qualifying for the Olympics. You know, this is just a necessary step when you don't win the Olympics or you don't win the World Championships.
Had they won last year silver in the World Championships, top 2 don't have to qualify. They don't go to the regional, which is what the FIBA Americas are right now for Team USA. With the bronze, that's why they are participating next month here at Thomas & Mack. LeBron James gets the first of 2. LeBron James is now 5 of 9 from the field. That's his first attempt at the free throw line, and he leads all scorers with 12 points. On the boards, Chris Bosh has 7. Amari Stoudemire with 9. And Kobe comes away with that miss. Kobe carried the basketball and walked with it. He'll give it right back on the turnover.
Dwayne Wade is here. He is doing some light practicing with the team, but you know, he was part of this team a year ago, wants to be part of it again. Miller from deep.
Way beyond the NBA three-point line. Unlimited range for Mike Miller. Developed to one of the great marksmen in the NBA. Mike Miller, another guy that's just 27 in his 8th year out of Florida. Matchup 2-3, and now deep into the shot clock. The blue side, Deron Williams. They're backed off. Real short.
Well, when he was wide open at the top, that's when he should have taken it the first time around. This is what they've got to learn about playing against the zone. When you're there and that's a shot that you can take, you got to make it, you got to take it, you got to make it.
Leaves it off, and Kevin Durant on the finger roll. So Kevin Durant on the board. He's got a couple of buckets. The slingshot of Michael Redd. You don't see that form all that often. Kobe.
No, you don't see it at all, but he's probably the most effective player in the NBA with that style of shooting. And when he gets hot, I mean, he sizzles. You know, he's kind of streaky. He's on a bad streak right now, but that can change with one make.
A little from the blue side. Miller, same spot. Almost the same result. Last bucket was Kevin Durant on the opposite end. You were discussing what an experience is. It's blocked away. Good close by LeBron James. And he let Darren Williams think he was going to have a clear path to the basket. James.
Nice.
Miller. He's always found his teammates in Cleveland.
Well, you know,
Them two
in the
together.
beauty of it is you have a lot of guys
They
that
gonna
have great
find you,
individual
dog.
offensive
Between
skills, but
Kidd
have
and
great passing
LeBron.
skills to go with it, and that makes the game easier if you
gonna
will
be
just
open.
continue to move. Kobe D.
Kobe.
Gets a triple.
You know, Kobe doesn't like to be behind, and they're down 7 right now, so you know at any time he's going to start trying to make some shots. Miller miss again.
Miller's a volume guy out here, isn't he? Kobe saves it on the sideline.
Kobe
back to
again.
back. He's got another three.
Again.
All of a sudden, a close affair.
a
Thanks to
game
back-to-back
again.
triples for Kobe. So the Blue with the first 2 threes coming. Not from number 24.
They fall back into his zone. LeBron.
Oh,
takes
for
that.
deep.
It was
Okay.
out of his hands, you could see
I
from our
respect
angle.
it.
Bosh gives him a second chance on the dive. LeBron,
Nice.
thread the
Nice.
needle. Why don't you, Chris Bosh? A sensational pass.
Well, if you keep passing and cutting, the game is simple. And the white team has made it fairly simple. Durant.
KD.
Quick release. Good close that time by Mike Miller.
You know what
Warming
I'm
up
saying?
now. They started
Kobe
off.
can do that. I can
Couldn't
too.
make the
Red
basket.
creates contact. Goes to the line to shoot 2. Back to Kevin Durant, though. Hit a bucket on his previous shot. We'll get to that in a moment.
Well, that's a ball movement, player movement by the white team. LeBron James to Mike Miller, and Kobe Bryant trying to rally his team very quickly from deep. Goes back-to-back with 3-point field goals, and we got a 6-point game.
It's kind of a match race offensively, isn't it? Kobe, LeBron, take your pick. Kobe's got 14. King James has 14. His side up by 6. 6-point lead for the white side against the blue in this scrimmage. Right here on NBA TV and MSN. Log on to NBA.com for the latest news on USA Basketball senior men's team as they prepare for the tournament of the Americas. It's all on NBA.com. The experience being gained by Kevin Durant, who led the Big 12 in scoring across the board. Scoring, rebounds, block shots. A guy who won Player of the Year in college basketball. First in NC2A history to do that as a freshman. What an honor.
Well, he had a great freshman year. He had a tremendous season, won all the big awards at the end of the season, and felt, well, you know, my next step is the NBA. The one thing we know is he's got to grow into his clothes. His pants are falling off.
He is a long drink, isn't he? 6'9", 220 pounds, and boy, it's a generous 220 when you list him as that. But he wants it, and you can tell his work ethic. And going to Seattle.
But look at the scoreboard. It looked as though the white team was cruising. All of a sudden, Kobe Bryant makes a couple of threes. It is a 6-point game with Michael Redd at the line. When we watched him yesterday in practice, the most vocal players out there on the floor, Jason Kidd for his team, Kobe Bryant for his team, and they continue to drive their teams.
Red gets 1 of 2. Both teams have to do a better job at free throws, as they're both right at about 50%. And also turnovers, 17 combined, 9 for one side, 8 for the other. Got to clean that up. Behind on the pass, looking for Carmelo Anthony.
Well, I think that the coaches are all right with the turnovers because guys are trying to make
they
deep
got
passes
line.
in good situations, zoned by the blue.
Again, Mike Miller. I think it's a lock. He's going to be spacing and available. So Mike Miller, 14 points. Tying for team honors with LeBron James for the white side.
Half these people go play for
Way outside,
Miami.
on the sideline.
Mike
51-44 as Kobe is up to 17 to lead all scores.
Kobe's not going to let his team get too far behind. Red.
That was a quick release from Michael Redd. Kept alive. Chris Bosh
Ugly ass
battered and
release.
tried to poke it to himself. Anthony's got it. Kobe again. Quick release. Not the same result. So we're down to the final minute. Jason Kidd. The pass to LeBron James. Little scoop. Carmelo Anthony splits it. Gets down the middle. LeBron James, and they've picked up the pace again. It's behind. He wanted to go to Michael Redd. And a little bit Too much of unselfish play now.
Well, it really isn't. I mean, players are open, and they just got to get used to playing with one another. But Jason Kidd, he does so many things to get guys easy shots. It looked like he was going to put that one up for himself and left it for LeBron James.
7 assists for Jason Kidd. 10 turnovers apiece, Taylor. You better come out. 56-46. As Mike Miller's got 17. Carmelo Anthony shows his range. Final 15 seconds. Will play for one. LeBron James will slow it down as he looks at the clock. So 2 out of the starting 5 for each side. In the double figures, Kobe and Carmelo Anthony. For the blue side. Down to the last 3 seconds. Make it 2.5 off the deflection by Amare Stoudemire. At 16 for LeBron James, and Mike Miller with 17. Mike Miller's damage from the outside. Kidd on the lob, and Anthony read it from the weak side. They won't get it off in time. But a game of runs as we expected in the first 20 minutes of play. So Jason Kidd once again making everybody around him look like they're playing at another level. Kobe, as usual, getting it done for the blue side. Stay with us in Las Vegas with USA White leading by 7 at the break. The 2007 State Farm USA Basketball Challenge is brought to you by State Farm. Great service, great rates, it's all here. Nobody takes care of you like State Farm. By Sprite with Lyman, creators of the Subliminal Project at subliminal.com. And by Nike, official supplier of the USA Senior Men's Basketball Team. Team USA, the scrimmage continues. Second half about to begin. And USA White with a big bulge, a double figure lead, it down to 7 at the break. 56-49. Kobe missed his first couple, then he took off. In fact, leads all scores with 17 so far.
Well, I think the one thing that we've recognized about Kobe Bryant over the years is he's supremely confident in his offensive skills, so he's not going to be bothered by a few early misses. Anthony finally got into it in the second half of the first quarter to get some scores inside. But, you know, this is Kobe at his best. If you challenge him, he's going to find a way to make you pay at the offensive end. He was attacking inside and out. He was also setting the table for some of his teammates. But Kobe kept his team close enough to where they can feel like they can win this in the second half.
And 17 for Mike Miller as well to lead the white side. He got in late, but he made up for lost time. LeBron James with 16.
You know, LeBron James got most of his attacking the basket with the beneficiary of the Jason Kidd passing. Mike Miller stayed deep out on the floor and made a lot of deep shots. I still think that Miller could improve in his percentage by stepping up a little bit closer to the line. We'll find out if anyone's made that suggestion to him. But Jason Kidd, you know, who almost has been forgotten in how great he is because we've been focusing so much on Steve Nash. They'll play Team Canada. We'll see how that one rolls.
Well, we remind you to tune in to NBA TV this Wednesday. To 1 o'clock Eastern start, the Phoenix Mercury taking on the Minnesota Lynx. WNBA on all season long. ABC, ESPN2, and on NBA TV.
Today.
Joel Myers along with Snapper Jones ready for the second half. You saw the little smile on Jason Kidd's face. And while we watched them work out yesterday, that's what we saw constantly. The sheer pleasure we saw these players, the experience about being with a guy that you don't normally get to play with, and all of them are all-stars for the most part.
Well, all of them have all-star credentials. They all are big men on campus on their respective teams, so that they know what it's like to be the number 1 or 2 options. They make plays for their team, but to come together as a unit and try to build something that will be unbeatable is what this is all about. So you take the best of the best and you try to get them to work together, and I think that they're going about it the right way.
Yeah, the U.S. men, gold medalist in 12 of the 15 summer games in which they have competed, and they want to get back to that level. In fact, Chauncey Billups, as Darren Williams comes out for the blue side, Chauncey Billups played on the 2004 team that had bronze and lost in the semis last summer as well in Japan. And he said he wants to take pride in the fact that he is going to bring Team USA back to that kind of prominence that they once had.
Well, we have dominated international basketball at such a large scale for so long that it's almost been taken for granted that we would get gold medals almost every tournament. And there has been some slippage in their attitude and their preparation for the game. And the world made them pay. And I think that these guys want to prove that they're still the best players in the world.
Over the top, Dwight Howard, and it was poked away. Out of bounds off Howard. So heads up play on the baseline by Darren Williams. And a turnover to start the second half. Very quiet but efficient first half for Chris Bosh.
Now they're showing zone. White is showing zone. Let's see what the blue team does in order to score an attack against Lamar.
At the free throw line, the second basket, same spot.
That's where you want to go with your initial pass. Get in there and then let the zone react to that player. And if he doesn't get the shot, he can make a pass to people cutting to the rim.
Blue stays man. Dwight Howard can't handle the pass. Tyson Chandler saves it. Screen and roll. Williams, the teardrop and the roll. So Team White, 13 turnovers, and that last one cost them. It's only a 3-point lead for Jason Kidd's side right now. 56-53 on the curl. LeBron James over the top to Dwight Howard. I don't think they want to get in his way.
It wasn't exactly the way that LeBron drew it up, but they did get the dunk anyway. Amari. And he's been working on that deep shot, so he's trying to find out whether he's going to be an effective three-point shooter in international play.
Mike Miller spotting up on him in the first half. Bosh underneath caught the bottom of the standard. And it'll be Dwight Howard getting the finish on the finger roll with the left hand. And if you want to keep him out of the zone as often as possible, Carmelo Anthony off the lip of the rim. Good entry pass, Darren Williams. It's been a struggle to start the second half by Anthony, and he touched it last out of bounds to Team White.
Anthony has an inside-outside game, and he was short on both occasions, but he's constantly attacking. He's got great strength and quickness inside and a great first step from the outside.
I remind you, there are 32 players listed for Team USA. 17 suited up, 20 here. Others like Dwayne Wade available down the road. Is fouled before the shot by Carmelo Anthony. And in the FIBA Championships coming up in August, when they submit their roster snapper, they can give it to them 24 hours before the first game on the 22nd. So plenty of time to make decisions.
And, you know, they're going to adjust the roster, I think, according to what they think they need to get through the Tournament of the Americas. And we'll find out what adjustments Coach K thinks they need in order to put the best chemistry out on the floor.
Now LeBron with Kobe all over him, trying to smack it away, going to his weak side, right by Kobe with the left hand. Amari Stoudemire altered that plan. Back door, Anthony from Kobe. He's been a struggle for Carmelo. Chris Bosh on the opposite side. Did he ever get up there? 62-53. I said a quiet and efficient one as Dwight Howard thought he got ball. Amari Stoudemire instead will have 2 free throws. Bosh had 10 boards to lead everybody in the first half.
Again, it's Jason Kidd putting his vision on display and an easy opportunity for Chris Bosh. You know, Jason Kidd has yet to take a shot, but he's gotten a lot of people.
We thought that one in the middle where he flipped it off it was going to be a shot. It looked like it was a scoop play. So Jason Kidd now, has he got more than 7? He's still at 7 assists with 5 boards.
He had 7 at halftime. He just got one. Are you taking him away?
Now the official board has him with 7. It must be talk radio around here. 10-second delay. 62-55. White on top of the blue. It almost went out off the fingertips of Dwight Howard and lost by Amari Stoudemire. And Dwight Howard's looking at Jason Kidd like, man, that was a great idea.
But, you know, Dwight Howard is not used to getting those kind of passes.
Exactly.
You know, so that's an adjustment for him.
Who has passed better than Jason Kidd in recent years? You go back to Magic Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, you know, two-time MVP, was getting all the attention
Right,
about
and
making great passes.
and he does.
Rightfully so. But I mean, again, Jason Kidd is a unique player in his own right and should be applauded for what he does and does well. Kobe.
And it stays out after LeBron James got it to the opposite side. Bounced around Kobe. Trying to find a hand. Fresh shot clock. We're inside of 6 minutes. Carmelo Anthony finds the finger roll. So the reverse for Carmelo Anthony in a 7-point deficit. LeBron James glances over to Stoudemire. Spin by Darren Williams. The recognition Kid was coming. The 23-year-old tried to get it to Kobe. Dwight Howard altered that play. And it's going to be Tyson Chandler on the putback. Tyson Chandler, his first basket after hitting a free throw in the first half. They want to push it. You can hear him in the background. You want to get in shape. Come out to these workouts. Kobe, too strong. Jason Kidd with the uncontested glass. We discussed the zone of the first half. Bosh trying to show his range. It wasn't close.